All right, sorry about that. Didn't mean to get disconnected. Was just trying to take a little break and upload some music there in between our little thingies because it was being crazy internety. Okay, so it's the only thing I think of right on the spot. All right, so once again, you're here with Holly and followers of Christ, as well as Slim Red, and you know what it is, 304 BB hits. All right, so we were talking about that 5% increase.
Okay.
Being instant.
Yeah, instant. It's the original 211, which was overtime.
Okay.
Which would have been a 2% right off the bat, and then a 1% for 2 years.
Okay.
But that's still, now see, Governor Justice promised the 5%, hoping, after talking to union leaders, hoping that would get the teachers back in the classroom. And PEIA, they put a freeze on that.
Mm-hmm.
So he was hoping, like, okay, we're going to give you the 5%. We're going to put a freeze on the insurance so they can't raise it because of that 5% for the next year while we try to figure this out. He even created a special task force, PEIA task force. They have a Facebook page. It's supposed to be a committee of whoever, senators or whoever from Charleston, plus I think union leaders, maybe even teachers. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
And I kind of agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the 5%, freeze PEIA for the next year, and even if that 5% basically covers their cost of insurance, then they'll still get their, like, regular pay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and are they worried that if they automatically give them this money, let's say, out of the rainy day fund, because you said they were lacking a couple mil there. So that's only like a temporary fix. However, we do have to realize that they cannot just work on this budget overnight, but they've been lacking in paying attention to it in general.
Well, according to Carmichael, he's president of the Senate, I think, that Mitch Carmichael.
Yeah, and he's the one that keeps rejecting everything Governor Justice does, correct?
He's rejecting everything. But his thing, though, they did the 211 raise, like, the beginning of the year, so end of 17, beginning of 18. And then, I guess, the teachers were like, okay, but PEIA is going to go up. So then they froze PEIA. So then the teachers are like, okay, freezing PEIA. Well, not just teachers. It's all state employees.
Right.
Firemen, police officers, whatever. They're all like, okay, but freezing PEIA, what's going to happen after that freeze?
Mm-hmm.
And I think impatience
is what prompted this. Right,
coming into
and
play
fear
right
and
now.
Anxiety.
I mean, because we have 3 months left of the school year, if that.
Well, they still have the whole year. Until the next fall. They still have the summer months. I mean, it isn't like...
but I mean, until school's out anyways. We only had a couple months till school's out anyways. In all honesty, me and Charlie was talking last night.
And they want them to work on this before they're out of session for the year, right?
Yeah, but I'd have rather seen them finish out this school year and refuse to start next year if it wasn't fixed. That would give 6 months for the government to try to fix PEIA. And then kids that are graduating this year, we got, I know personally, East Fairmont's choir and band may miss trips if they don't go back in the next week.
And they're getting paid for the cancellation.
As long as they cancel school. The minute the superintendent has schools open and teachers refuse to go, then they're legally on strike.
So right now, as it stands, everybody is what they say, that united 55 strong.
Yes.
Who do you think's going to break first?
I thought Marion County was going to have school Thursday.
Mm.
At that teachers meeting, I really thought Gary Price, the way he ran out of there, but then I found out it's something about if the union leaders are speaking to the union, like it's a union type meeting, he's not allowed to be there. He's like a neutral, he's the mediator between the government and the school. And I think he's...
And you went to the you went to our public,
our
local
Marion County
Board of Education meeting. When was that?
It was
Friday.
Wednesday night. Yes, Wednesday night, and it was brutal. I mean, not brutal as in people weren't like each other's faces or whatever, but just the tension and the attitudes and the feelings was just, and the room was divided. And the divide seemed to be teachers make more than what like janitors and cooks do. So janitors and cooks, and like what I guess it'd be service personnel, were more like, get us back in the classroom because if we technically strike, we won't get paid. Where the teachers, they have a little more money room. So it's like, we're getting paid anyways.
So is the personnel not being paid for the canceled school days?
I think they are, but if they legally... See, and that's where I got confused because the biggest problem our teachers had gone back was at the time the Board of Education meeting for Marion County started, there was over 10, 15 schools or counties that already canceled. And I believe Taylor and Harrison was our two border counties that had already canceled. So the main attitude at that meeting as far as that goes was, what if these other teachers are standing in their picket lines in front of our schools when we go to work Thursday morning? We can't cross that line. We can't do it.
They don't want to be the division piece in the game. That's why I said, which one do you think is going to break first?
And that's what I was getting at. I don't know because I honestly thought it was going to be Marion County Thursday.
Because they want to take legal action. And when the one I was watching live with the lady and that man, when it first began, they clearly defined, they said there is no difference between a strike and a work stoppage. It's just what you're writing it as.
And
are
whether
looking
or not
at it.
Schools are canceled. Long as schools are canceled,
right.
Like if schools was canceled to the weather, they can stand out there and picket. Nobody bat an eye.
It's just they're going to lose momentum with the public. Did you mention flyers?
They have some. They're circulating on Facebook. They're saying print them out and hand them out.
They should be handing them
out. That tells
out.
what they're really wanting. And they are. But there was a few parents or whoever at the meeting asking, hey, how can we get these? And then it was later that night I seen them on Facebook. And a lot of places, I think one store told them last week, well, you can have 20 minutes to stand in front of our store and hand out your flyers. I mean, the businesses are being as supportive as they can, too. And as far as the teachers, it was one of the ladies down in Charleston, senator or whatever, made a comment, I think, about the teachers are able to give the kids food. Well, if y'all are really paying attention, there's churches. The food pantry shelves are empty now. A lot of them because they were donating towards families that they help anyways. It's not just the teacher. The teachers are doing, yes, they're donating food and stuff, but they're putting, I'd say, probably the most of their effort into filling the bags and getting
right. Well, they're setting up like at the middle school. They had pizza, but they didn't really like advertise it so much. And the problem is these kids ain't got transportation.
Yeah, I know. There was
so
one
who's showing up?
The
little people who are supportive. It's still their same little clique, and the kids that are in walking distance. I got the phone message. So I hope they did have people come and get their pizza.
There was one county.
Is anybody covering that stuff?
What do you mean? I don't...
Like the media?
I don't think... Not really. WBOY show it here and there, but it's mostly Facebook.
They keep pushing them guns, man. Everything I seen today was some kind of gun.
Guns.
Oh, my God. Me and Matt started laughing. They were like, because we know the news is fucking... Yeah.
Hey, outsiders are saying, West Virginia teachers are just wanting Trump to come in and save them.
Oh, it ain't about
Trump.
Trump.
Like, he ain't going to save us. He's too worried about his guns right now.
Yeah, I know. They'll say that the Sorzo guy started this, and, he's funding... they all say it's fake news. He's funding it. The Rothschilds are behind it. It's to create the division. In actuality, there is no division, and I'm proud of West Virginia for that, because this ain't about fucking what side you're on. It's about our... Yes, and finally the people, hopefully, in my heart, I hope they realize just how divided their government is. Yeah, and you're going to think us millennials or zennials or Z, this, X, Y, Q, R...
I'm X. I'm
LGBT.
Then they keep coming.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't fucking care.
I'm Generation X.
I'm just going to introduce myself. Someone told me This is the funniest thing I ever heard. They were telling me about somebody, and I won't name drop. This is a devout homosexual pastor. And I said, I couldn't even hold it in. I said, don't ever say that again. Please do not ever introduce that man like that. I hope you never say that to other people.
So, wait a minute. Is the pastor homosexual, or does he support homosexuals?
Doesn't devout... Okay, first...
dedicated.
Yeah, I thought that, but it also means, I think, absences of. Like to abstain from, sort of.
Devout?
Look it up.
I'm going to.
Because I was thinking, how do you be a devout homosexual? I said, are we devout heterosexuals?
That's the funny thing. Yeah.
No, he said, well, you need to look up the definition. And like all my years, I hope I haven't been thinking of it wrong.
Devout. Devout. We've only got devout.
That means to go down in evolution, I think. Or
what is the definition of
I don't even know.
Devout, having or showing deep religious feeling or commitment.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, he's going to tell me I don't know the definition. Because Felicity was like, what's that mean? I said, dedicated.
Dedicated, devoted, committed, loyal, faithful, staunch, genuine, firm, steadfast, unwavering, sincere, wholehearted. So he's
a wholehearted
homosexual pastor.
I'm not making fun. I'm not even.
And
we're God bless
fun
them.
Of the choice of words, not the pastor.
I was amen to them and their whatever.
Sworn. He's out keen. He's keen. He's that keen.
By God. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So,
in the Herbal Garden is
yeah. Welcome to the Herbal Garden. Yeah, well, anyway, I just think that's the funniest thing. So, where were we going with that? Just how the media and how people just put things on stuff and spin it. Yeah, the gun control. Now they got some kid, which, nobody on the fucking planet gives whatever. I don't know how some of these people they pick and choose, because I know people that were murdered less a week ago and they never hit the news. So yeah, but they had some kid. He supposedly killed his parents in the hotel or in the college dorm room.
Oh, yeah. What happened with that?
I don't know. They caught him. Then they got they're charging the one guy who shot up the gay club in Florida.
What was that?
I don't know. A couple years ago.
They're still dealing with
it. It was still in the last 3 years they've had all these mass weird ass shootings. Yeah, so he's dead. They're charging the wife.
Who's dead?
The guy that shot the gay club.
Charging the wife?
Yeah. Because she withheld information or didn't tell or fled. Remember she was trying to flee?
No, I didn't. I knew the guy I knew a guy shot a gay club, but that's about it.
Shit, she was probably fucking surprised herself. Anything, she was probably like, I don't want this motherfucker tracked back to me. Right. Shit. So she's on trial. I mean, it was just like, and then we get on cheaters, right, flipping through the channels. And then that guy, the cheater guy, whips out a gun. I was like, Lord hell, they're really trying to, like, of all the episodes you're going to play
right now, to play on the gun thing.
It's like 9 in the morning. You know them open, yeah.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games. Yep. Yeah, we need to have a freaking public theater of the Hunger Games. Subliminal message.
We watch Hunger Games play out every day.
That's what I mean. You know how they're
cutting the food stamp. I ain't heard no more about that since
that's because that's right, and they can't use gay marriage anymore.
So what are they doing with the food stamps? Did he make a decision yet? Did anybody make any?
If he did, there's so many executive shits that sign and shit. The last thing I watched was him yelling at Manchin. It was live the other day. I can't remember, Thursday or Friday.
Wait a minute.
So, Manchin's sitting there. You could tell you could tell he was literally trying to bite his own tongue. Speaking, not that Trump was saying anything bad, but for some reason, he decided to go after our hunting states. So Trump basically, well, how come you can get a rifle at 18, but you can't get a handgun until you're 21. And, okay, I understand. You're right. But this was Florida. Shouldn't they handle